Good morning, everyone. Today, we will be learning to use a program called Evernote, which you will be using to help you organize your notes for your upcoming French midterm. On Evernote, you can create notebooks where you can store relevant notes. Today, I will show you how to make a French notebook for your notes for the midterm, as well as how to use some other basic functions of this program. So let's get started. First, open your internet browser and enter www.evernote.com into the address bar. This will bring you to the home page of Evernote. At the top right corner of the page, click Sign Up. Then enter your email address, a username you want to use, and a password in the spaces provided, and then click Register. I already have an account, so I will simply select Sign In and enter my password. Now you have access to your own Evernote account. On the left-hand side of your Evernote page, there is a list of notebooks. Since the username I entered was Emily Seaway, there is automatically a personal notebook entered into my list. You can create a new notebook simply by clicking on the drop-down menu next to the notebook's title and selecting New Notebook. For our purposes, we will name this notebook French and click Save. To add a new note to this notebook, we will select the notebook and click New Note on the button beside the search bar. When you select this, an empty note will come up on the right side of the page. To add content to this note, one way to do this is to simply drag a file directly onto the note. As you can see, I have dragged the chart that we made earlier today and saved onto our notebook. This chart now appears as an attachment to my note. If I want to use it again, clicking on the attachment for this note will bring me straight to the file. To add a title to this note, simply click on the space that currently says Untitled, and for this one we will add the title, When to Use Each Verb Tense. As you can see, it has changed the name of the note in my list of French notes. If I wanted to add text to this note, let's say, for example, I wanted to write this chart was saved on November 1st, 2013, which I don't really need to say that because it says when I save it. But I can change text the way I would be able to on a word processing program. For example, I can change the font, I can change the size, I can change the color, I can make it bold, italics, or underlined. For text in notes, I can also make numbered lists or bulleted lists. And as we've seen, I can add attachments simply by dragging them to the note space. If you want, Evernote will remind you of important notes by sending you an email. You can set this up simply by clicking on the reminder icon at the top right here, the little clock. And it says reminder added. I can change the date. It says tomorrow, 8 a.m. I'll receive an email about this one. This could be very useful for notes that may involve assignments with important due dates or tests, for example. You can also print a note as you would any other document, simply by selecting File at the top of your page and Print. As you can see, it shows what I have there. This is a small note, but if I had a longer one, it would print the whole thing as well. You can also sort your notes in a number of different ways. Simply go to the bottom of your page in the middle here and select View Options, and it says sort by date created, date updated, or title. I like to have them sorted by title in ascending order because I like having things in alphabetical order. But you can sort them however it's easier for you to sift through them. Another way to find notes easily is by using the search bar in the middle to search notes with particular words. So if I were to type verb search, I would come back to this note that I added earlier because it has the word verb in the title. If I had other notes including this word, which I will later, they would also show up in this list. For the easiest access to a particular note or notebook, I can drag anything into this shortcuts area here at the top left of the page. That way, you can come back to a particular information without having to search at all. This could be very useful for notes for this test if during the time when you really need to be studying for it, you have things in the shortcuts area so you don't have to search for them. If you wish to get rid of a note, this is very easy as well. You simply have to click on it and drag it to this trash can with the notebooks, or you can right-click on it and select Delete, which also puts it in the trash can. When you are ready to leave your Evernote page, click your username at the top right of the page and select Log Out. And this brings you back to the Evernote homepage. Today we will continue to use Evernote to organize your notes for the upcoming test. Hopefully you will see how this program can be used in many different ways and perhaps even to help you with your other classes.